It was a huge blessing to have the CBM builders come. What I love about the CBM builders is when they come with a heart of ministry to come alongside a church and help build. But it's not just the building. They pour into the lives of the people that are there, even the community, contractors that come in. So when we were having our work days, they very much came alongside of our people and poured into them, allowed us to be a part of it. And from a pastor's standpoint, it's great because I'm able to keep doing just the daily ministry that I need to do while there's still progress happening on the church. And it's great to have men in that have the heart for ministry, that it's not just business to them. And that's been a huge blessing. I don't know that I have a favorite memory other than just watching our people through the work days interact with them and their interaction with our people. I think it's been mentioned several times, just their patience and their ability to teach people who don't know what they're doing and allow us to pitch in and be a part of that. And that's been great. Just great memories watching the ministry happen back and forth.
Some of my favorite things from the building project that we have worked on with the CBM builders, first of all, would be the time spent with church family in a different environment where we're shoulder to shoulder working on parts of the project, and it's just good to be able to have that time and kind of for everybody to see each other through a different lens and in a different way and have a fellowship and a camaraderie that we don't get unless we work on something in that way. And I think similarly, it's been great to get to know our building partners from CBM personally, and it's been great for the church to get to know CBM in general and the builders in particular a little bit more. So I think that's really been healthy for our church to really further our partnership with CBM. So it's been a great experience.
The CBM builders have been an extreme blessing to our local church. We are thankful for the craftsmanship and the quality of work that they do. We are excited to see the Lord working through them and through our local church. And we are blessed, and it is just a joy to have them come alongside us and work through God's ministry. One of my favorite memories is when Jeremy with the CBM Builders sent me to the local lumber yard for the third time. He needed 44 more 2x4s. So that was my favorite memory.
So just one way that the CBM Builders has been a huge blessing to our church was to allow us to participate in every step of the way and to really be there throughout the change of the building. And they were just like guiding us and letting us get to know each other better and themselves better as well. And just to be there throughout the whole process was a big blessing.
I guess what I appreciated most about the CBM Builders is the fact that when they brought their expertise, it allowed us to do our menial labor, and it slowed them down some, but it allowed us to help with the building of our church. Whereas if we would have hired people to do the work that they did, we would have had to stay out of their way. And that gives us some ownership to it as well. I also appreciate the fact that not just their expertise, but also their tools. The amount of money we would have had to spend renting these things to do what little we were able to do to help out would have added up as well. So that's what I appreciate the most about the guys. As far as fun memories, I wouldn't call them fun memories, but hanging drywall on the ceiling for 3 consecutive weeks we got to know each other relatively well, and learned that I'm a little over anxious with gluing sometimes, which did eat into our lunch period at one point. But we got more done that way. So I appreciate their willingness to put up with my lack of experience and the smashed fingers, the holes in the drywall, other accidents that may have happened along the way. And I just appreciate all the work that they've done for us. So thank you, CBM Builders.
I guess as a blessing, CBM, I like how they're willing to come here and help all of us when we needed help. I like that they gave me jobs and they taught me how to do stuff as a young person that I didn't think I could do because I wasn't experienced. My favorite memory, that it was getting to break down the walls up there in that area, and just talking to people and being with other people, I guess.
So the CBM builders have been an absolute blessing, honestly. Even just looking around, we're standing within the church building, seeing all the expertise that we just didn't have, all the labor, all the hours, that it's just like, it's hard for a congregation to do. Even there's so many things that they've just been a blessing as far as just kind of stuff that we simply couldn't do, but also just kind of their grace in helping us, grace in teaching us, grace in accepting our labor for what it is. As unskilled as we are, maybe in another life I could have been a carpenter, but not this one. So, but yeah, just a huge blessing from the Lord, a huge gift, something that really can't be expressed in words alone. So, really a great gift from that. But also, just a great gift in just the fellowship, learning about their stories, learning about their ministry. This is a very important ministry and something that's really, really cool and really, really special. So praise the Lord for that. Favorite personal memory was just kind of, this goes with the whole idea of the fact that the ministering together and working together. I remember I was doing something with Pastor Mike, and it's all about, we were doing some work. It's just another thing that needs to get done. We were putting a hole in a wall. All the old drywall from years and years, probably literally been up there 50 years, if not longer, pouring down. Literally had a drywall pile that was probably like this high. I came in, I was still removing drywall from my hair for the next week after that. So that was a really fun story, but there's so many. And it really is at the source of all this is thankfulness to the Lord and thankfulness to the builders for helping us. Words can't really describe it. So thank you.
My favorite memory of CBM building project was when we had a group of us in a certain room working on demo, and a part of the ceiling was cut, and all the insulation dropped all over our heads, creating a pile of dust mess. And as well as then the competitions going on between building crews on who could hang drywall the quickest was quite fun. CBM has been the biggest blessing in the way they view their ministry, not as simply a building project, but even their love for people. We had the opportunity of being invited to join them for an evening meal, and we were able to share our testimony with them as well as just fellowship and to hear their ministry and their heart and their passion for people and what God has done in their life and the churches they've been part of, and hearing how God has worked. I can also say that the ministry that Jeremy had in speaking the word, and the other guys as well, sharing testimony during our lunchtime hours of talking about how God is working and doing different things around the world. It was a real blessing to be part of that.
First of all, it's just been a blessing to have the CBM guys down here for the willingness they had to come to our church for this 3 months and all the work that's been done. It's been a blessing. It's a beautiful work in progress by them and also all the church family that's helped out. Currently, my wife and I and many others too have been painting downstairs, and kind of brought back some old memories of some slides I had of my grandparents maybe 60 to 70 years ago when the educational wing was being built. Seeing some of the old slides of them painting and drywalling and when the old educational wing was being built. And here we are 60-some years later and many coats of paint later helping remodel the new church build. And it was kind of interesting, and was just saying a while ago that many of our kids have been married here, and the ladies, the girls, the brides have been prepped and gotten ready downstairs where we're currently painting, and had many of our family weddings here at our church. But just a blessing to see everybody, their willingness to come out, not just Saturdays, but throughout the week and help out the CBM guys in any way we can, even though we might not know what we're doing, but we at least pretend we do, and it is fun. It's fun to share at the potlucks out in the gym and have a time to eat together. And Jeremy shares some of his daily devotionals with us while we eat, and that's always a blessing too, to see what he has on his heart and And overall, it's just what a blessing. It's been fun. It's been a good trip. Thank you much.